Manga-Waido.
My name is Haruki Suzumiya. I'm 32. I've been working hard, but my life as an employee has been pretty rough. I started working at a small trading firm. In my late 20s, I was scouted and moved into a Chinese foreign trading company. I was given a lot of freedom within the company, so I felt like I was accomplishing something. But I thought everything was going well. But I completely failed at a presentation one day. The Chinese CEO said that I was going to be fired, and I was unemployed right before I turned 30. I managed to find another place to work. But no matter how hard I worked, I wasn't going to be able to make as much as I did before. My wife, Mao, was pretty upset, but she went out to work part-time to support everything. It was about a year after I was unemployed that she started acting funny.
I'm so tired. Oh, you're home.
Welcome home. I feel like you're coming home late a lot recently.
My job is busy. There aren't enough workers, you know.
I see. You seem like you're having a hard time, too.
I'm taking care of the house, too, while I work. Being a housewife is tough. I'm gonna go to bed.
Sure. Good night. She wasn't only late coming home recently, she was also uninterested. Maybe I left her alone too much because I was focused on my job. It was all because I screwed up. But once my job situation got settled, I'd be able to spend more time with Mao. Then we should be able to work things out. However, a few days later, Mao came home late once again.
Phew, I think I had way too much to drink.
You seem to have had way too much to drink.
Yeah, it was a farewell party. You gotta understand, even a part-time worker needs to have a social life. I'm gonna bed, so go ahead and fix yourself dinner or something.
She went straight to bed. Maybe she was drunk. She forgot her phone on the table. I thought I would take it to the bed and picked it up when... What the hell is this? I saw the message notification on her phone, and I could feel the blood leaving my face. Today was fun. I'm going to have so much fun with you next time, too. No way! No matter how you looked at it, it was from the man she was having an affair with. Maybe she was trying to hide who it was from. The name was just a bunch of emojis. It had to be a man. My hand was shaking when I unlocked her phone. I had known her password from since we were just dating. And then from the phone, I found a large amount of proof of her affair. No way. This can't be. Apparently, she went over to his house frequently, and they were out drinking with just the two of them today as well. I just saw a bunch of conversations, in many of which Mao was bad-mouthing me. I was too shocked, so I couldn't do anything but freeze in place. The next day, I left work early and waited for Mao at home.
I'm home. Wait, what is this?
Oh, welcome home. Great job today, dear. I have the bath ready for you and fixed up dinner. What do you want to do? Shower or eat first?
Huh? No, what's going on?
I just thought about everything I've done. I've let you handle everything up until this point. I'm sorry. I thought about what I did yesterday and felt like I needed to rethink my actions. Although it was for our way of life, I did leave her alone. Yes, she had an affair, but I needed to show her that I cared and loved her. I decided to make her fall for me again. I started talking to her more often and taking care of things around the house more often. On the other hand, she was still acting awkward around me, but I didn't give up and kept communicating with her. On the weekends, I invited her out to go shopping. Mao, here's a present for you.
Huh?
It's our wedding anniversary. Thank you for everything. I love you, sweetie.
What's gotten into you?
Oh, I've just left you all alone with work, you know? I just want to remember what I felt when I started dating you. Oh yeah, want to go to a hot spring trip next weekend? I have a hotel room reserved.
Sure, yeah.
I kept working hard every month. Mao slowly started changing how she acted towards me. And she came home early every day. On weekends, she would even invite me out, and we would hold hands when we were on dates. About half a year after I found out she was having an affair.
Do you love me, Haruki?
Of course! I love you!
Me too! I love you!
She talked to me like when we started dating. Oh yeah, it's your birthday party next month, right? We've just been so busy these past few years. How about we invite your parents for the first time in a while and have dinner?
Really? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I think they'll be happy to hear that too.
We were having a birthday party at her house. The day of the party, we met with her parents for the first time in a while, and everything was going well. You two are getting along well. I'm jealous.
Seriously, it's like you two just got married yesterday.
A little while back, we were arguing a lot because of work and not sharing responsibilities. Then Haruki stepped up and fixed things.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm happy to hear that.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I sat down on the toilet. Phew. I stared at the mirror and looked back at everything that had happened so far. We were both completely distant from one another. However, now that we were having dinner with her parents, like we just got married, I was surprised that I got this far with her. I don't know how long I've waited for this day, and I've held back so much. All for this day! I held back my laughter and put the plan I'd been cooking up for half a year into action. But first, I called the people I had planned. I had them come over, as promised. Alright, let's move things along. I went back to everyone like nothing happened.
But it's so nice being with everyone again.
Right. When did you want to get back together again, Haruki? Oh, there won't be a next time.
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh, I'm saying this is the last time.
What are you talking about? We can come here for your birthday or something.
You're the one being weird, Mao.
Huh?
I don't want to be with the family of a wife who had an affair. No way.
What?
What? Affair? Mao, what is he talking about?
No way. Don't be weird like that, Haruki. I didn't.
I have proof. I've kept all of it for this day.
What?
I threw out a bunch of photos of proof from my bag. I had photos that my PI took of them. There were photos from her phone, too.
Yay! Why? What?
What the hell is this, Mao?
What's going on?
There's a lot more, too. I've had my PI really put his best work into this.
What are you talking about, PI?
Yes. The second I found out about her affair, I started planning. I went straight to the PI, and in half a year, I had more than enough evidence.
No, this isn't what it looks like, Haruki. This is...
What is it then? You knew about everything too, right?
What are you talking about?
The reason I was fired? The person who deleted all of the presentation data at my first company? Yes. The reason that I failed at my presentation was because someone deleted my data, but it wasn't my fault. The backup was also deleted by... You would know who did it, because it was the person you were having an affair with and my coworker, Sosuke Yoshi! I know he did it! The reason I decided that I would take this much action was because I knew that I found this out along the way. I knew someone within the company had to have deleted it, but I just didn't know who. However, from the conversation they had, I could tell it was him. It's not enough to just shove the proof in their face and sue them! I had to draw her back in and shove her way back down into the depths of hell! I felt terrible holding her hand and pretending I loved her, but it was all possible because I knew I wanted to take revenge on her! The whole thing made her parents furious. Mao was pale and lost all color in her face, but the show wasn't over yet. Oh, she's coming soon.
Huh? Who's coming soon?
I went to the door to open it. Then someone walked in.
I'm Yoshi's wife. I'm sorry for the trouble that my husband has caused.
What?
I'm his father. I'm so sorry. You better beg for forgiveness too! I'm sorry! The people I had coming were Yoshi, his wife, and his parents. I could tell that he was already scolded pretty badly. He also had a distinct lack of color in his face. I'm sorry for the trouble, Miss Reiko.
No, it's okay. All the evidence you've gathered has really helped everything go smoothly.
After I found out about everything, I'd been in touch with Yoshi's wife. We had both decided to pick a day to shove it in their respective parents' faces. It's been a minute, huh, Sosuke? How have you been? Guess you've seen better days, huh? I'm so sorry for messing with a coworker's wife. Your wife.
No, this is all a misunderstanding. I only love you.
Just stop. Miss Reiko, if you don't mind.
I'm sorry for your ears, but...
She took out a voice recorder. What was on the recording was audio of Mao and Sosuke drunk. You could clearly hear them declaring an undying love for one another. This is... The part where they were laughing about the fact that he had deleted my data, and you know, audio recordings of things you really didn't want your parents hearing?
Ah!
Yes, I had found out that they were meeting at his house, so I had his wife set up a bunch of mics around there. She worked as a CA. The meetings took place while she was away for work. I was able to secure this evidence thanks to her cooperation. This was how everything was exposed, and what remained were husks of who they were. Looking at the two, I felt overwhelming joy rush over me.
Haruki, I'm so sorry, but I really love you now.
You're still gonna say that? If you don't mind...
I love you, Sosuke! Give me a baby, please! Ah!
You shameful little! The whole scene turned into chaos with them begging and crying. It was a little over an hour, and they began begging at our feet. But neither Reiko nor I were having any of it. We both went home. A few days later, I started my next step. I charged for damages from Mao, which her parents paid immediately. But the problematic part was the divorce. I kept shoving it in her face, but she kept saying no. Eventually, she started stalking me, and even came into the hotel that I was staying at temporarily. I immediately called the police, and she was arrested. We were able to get a divorce after that. Sosuke was fired at his old job. I could have sued him, but all the time I lost in my career wasn't coming back. I sent the audio anonymously to his company, but I guess he was fired for that. I hope he spends his days worried if he'll be sued or not. Reiko also successfully divorced Sosuke. She also received a hefty amount of money. On the other hand, he had lost his job and his parents' support, so he lives on the streets. I, on the other hand, moved to avoid Mao and started my new life. I'm supposed to go for celebratory drinks with Miss Reiko at a restaurant of her choosing. Phew, I feel better. This whole thing fixed all of the problems that had been plaguing me from my 20s. I was able to restart, finally. I'm going to make sure I find my true happiness now.